Hey guys, what's up? Adam here. The next question that I'm getting is, what are the most common mistakes people make when starting out in freelance? Okay, so the most common mistake I see, and this probably used to happen a lot more with people, but when these freelancers first get on the platform, they get appalled at the fact that they could be, dropping 10 to 20% of what they're making to the platforms, right? And what I find absolutely detrimental is them trying to take the work off the platforms to save a quick buck, because the whole idea of keeping the work on these platforms is to get good reviews so you can kind of reinvest that to get bigger and bigger and bigger jobs and charge more and more and more and more and more. So by taking the work off the platform, you're really doing yourself a disservice, and you risk the potential of just getting booted from the platform, which will, kill your whole entire freelance career before it even gets off the ground. So that's some stuff that you really want to avoid. The other thing I see quite frequently, especially early on, is people really just kind of just saying yes to everything and possibly getting put into a situation where they're going to be doing a lot more work than they anticipated, and it's going to affect their performance because possibly there could be some scope creep that they're not used to, which means that the work changes from the client and you don't know how to respond to that. So you're just like, yeah, sure, I'll help you. And you feel like, okay, I risk a bad review if I don't do this. So you kind of fall into a trap, and you don't really know how to set up the contracts right in the first place. And you weren't clear with the scope and all of these things. So that can be really hurtful early on too, because you don't want to get that bad review early on, or else it's gonna be tough to dig yourself out of that hole. So you wind up burdening yourself with all of this work, and you come out of that relationship completely exhausted and not even sure if you want to proceed with freelancing because you have this bad taste in your mouth. So that's another thing. The other thing is, not knowing, again, how to set up the right contracts, what to charge, and how to kind of negotiate those terms from a place of authority or confidence, because you don't have a lot to go off with. Fortunately, these things radically change after you get a couple jobs under your belt, after you get a couple reviews, after you figure out how what is your niche, and how your flow and workflow can be with the clients. It really does come quickly how you can make a system that works for you. But those are definitely some pitfalls and traps that you can fall into early. So hopefully you can avoid those. If you want to learn more about this stuff, check out freelanceking.com, because we go into a lot of stuff that I think is helpful for beginners, especially early on, so you don't fall into these traps, because again, it could really put the brakes on early in your career, and we don't want that. So thanks so much for your question. If you have any others, please don't hesitate to ask. Bye-bye.